Ladies and gentlemen, those between and those far out, longtime viewers and newcomers alike, welcome back to the U Idaho Esports Twitch channel. My name is Cass Phoenix, and welcome back to the Vandal pre-show here in the Vandal Analyst Corner. I got to get all my little plugs in for the intro every single day. Speaking of, we are joined here in the corner by beautiful Melissa Hartley.
Yep, you got it.
And Kyle Howerton. No, I'm just kidding. Kyle Howerton.
Yeah, pretty close. There you go.
Clinical assistant professor or
Close enough.
associate professor
Yeah. No worries.
of the University of Idaho, specifically with film and TV.
Yeah.
And
7 years.
Melissa, you are considered the producer and video, or the producer and manager of visual production.
Yeah.
Here with the video production offices at the University of Idaho.
Yep.
Welcome.
Thank you.
You are our next
Thank
door
you.
neighbor in terms of coworkers, so you have at least seen Wayne a lot. So even if you don't know too much about what goes on in here, at least you're familiar with some faces.
The shoutcasting. Yeah.
That and Garrett.
Fellow cacklers. Yes.
You got a lot of cacklers in here. Yeah. Melissa and I
was on
also
my
worked
team.
together a long time ago. So we go
100
back
years ago.
102
Great.
years ago.
Oh my.
Yeah. So I'm quite aware of her cackling. So I'm sure you've heard it in this room.
Maybe I have.
I don't know. You all have some pretty excellent cackles over here.
There's
too.
a lot of laughing that happens in the lab
great.
too. We keep the energy up a lot.
Yeah.
I'm not sure where to start. I don't often have two guests at the same time, so I'm trying to maybe
Throwing you a curveball here.
Maybe I go individual questions and you guys can both choose how you want to answer them.
Fire
Specifically,
away.
this is the part where I okay, I'm gonna hand the talking stick over to you guys. I'll let you guys individually talk about yourselves and anything that our audience might want to know about you.
Okay. Cool.
And you can just, I don't know, Rochambeau for who goes first, or...
Oh, you're not going to actually interview us.
Well, I gave you guys
we just got to like
this
spiel.
This is Professor
spieling.
Howerton coming out here. He's going to critique you.
You got to start
live.
asking the hard questions.
Well,
or we
you
can
have
just
any
ask
comments
each
on the
other.
political, socioeconomic state of the world right now?
Damn.
No, I don't think we're allowed to talk about politics.
Yeah. Probably get fired for that.
Yeah. No. But it's the little intro segment where I let you guys talk and introduce yourselves a little bit formally, talk about your jobs here at the university, any fun facts that you might want to share with the audience.
Yeah. Okay.
Go for it, Melissa.
Okay.
When did you start here?
So I started here as a photographer in 2011 in the communications and marketing department. So I've just been telling the visual stories of the university for all that time. And over the years, worked with Kyle. He was the digital media producer back then. And our first kind of series of collaboration was on the Capitol campaign. So raising money to support students and facilities and programs and things. So.
Yeah. I was actually on Melissa's hiring committee way back then, so that was fun. And we get to work closely together. Prior to Melissa being here, the photo team and the video team were pretty separate. And once we hired her, we were able to kind of start working together a little bit more, which saved time. And I think it allowed us to make some really beautiful work. We got a lot of great portraitures and a lot of interview videos with alumni, students, researchers, faculty members, all in the support of like raising money for the university. And so yeah, that's kind of my background too. I started here actually as a student in 2007 and immediately started working in the video production office. By 2010, I took a job as the digital media producer. So I basically just made marketing videos for departments and mostly for the communications and marketing department. And then, slowly grew that team. We had a team of up to about 4 or 5 producers. But in 2015, I went back to grad school while I kept working here. And then in 2018, I graduated with my Master's of Fine Arts and started teaching in the journalism and mass media department. So I teach courses in advertising, media design. I teach a lot of video production courses, editing, campaigns, all sorts of stuff. So and so we still work together every now and then. We'll compare notes, have rant fests about current and former colleagues and whatever, but it's just Melissa became a pretty good friend over the whole course of that time too.
Oh, that's the nicest thing you've ever said.
No, I was gonna comment. He's like, you guys have a big dynamic with each other as like a very long term friends kinds of thing. Which I
Some
think
Halloween
is super
parties.
cool.
Yeah, that can't be talked about for sure.
I
those are
definitely
not.
wasn't in the deepest states of those things, like out in the desert doing weird shit. But
Quit talking about my Halloween parties.
they're good. I've heard.
Yeah.
I only
Anyway.
stayed for the early beginnings of those things.
Considering your professions here at the University of Idaho, Kyle, you used to have Melissa's job years ago, basically.
Correct. Yeah.
And I mean, it's something
Somewhat,
of the sort.
yeah, it was a little
I'm
different
sure
then.
the job description
It's
has
harder for
changed
her
throughout
now.
the years.
Yeah.
She's got a harder job than I
Do
had
more with
now.
less.
Yeah.
Yeah. Kyle was
Um,
better at like fighting for money and like needs than I am. So I'm working on it.
It's all right.
We all get there. It's a point of leadership position,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
But within that, obviously you moved from a more professional sphere into the education sphere. So Kyle, for you specifically, my question is, what encouraged you to pursue your master's and go into education? Was there like a specific event that inspired that?
I mean, I guess maybe if I zoom way back, right? I wanted to be a teacher when I first moved to Moscow to come to school here. And I transferred from a 2-year school, and when you transfer, it's always a mess.
Mm-hmm.
And I ended up not quite having the same courses that I needed. And so in my undergraduate, I kind of just had to rush out. I had run out of money, and I needed to find – I had a 2-year degree, so I just basically went around and found a department that would take more of those credits and let me graduate on time without having to take 2 or 3 more semesters of school. But yeah, I started as a secondary ed major. I wanted to teach high school. I'm pretty grateful that I don't teach high school. Sorry for high schoolers. But what I like about my world is that I get to interact with students as adults. And so they're their own responsible adult. I don't have to report to their parents if they're not showing up to class. I do call them out, and so we have those hard conversations sometimes. But I always wanted to be an educator, and it's a really wonderful environment. Selfishly, I loved it for the schedule. I like having summers off. I like having some extra time off. It's not as much as you think. It's still a lot of work. But yeah, I mean, I think I really fell in love with Moscow, right? Like I didn't expect to be here this long, but I've been here 18 years now. So there's some little magic that kind of traps you with this place.
Yeah, once they get their hooks in.
Yeah, and even if when you graduate and you move on, you still have a soft spot in your heart for Moscow. And yeah, I've obviously that soft spot has grown larger and larger, and yeah, it's fun to see students get it. That's probably the best part about being an educator is like watching them improve, seeing them have those little aha moments, and growing. So that's cool.
That was absolutely beautifully spoken.
I was gonna add to that that
Yeah, go for it.
Kyle, helps develop all these amazing students that have, hopes and dreams for who they want to be when they grow up, and so sometimes that means they get to come into our office too and learn what it looks like to be making stuff, like grinding
you
it
hire
out.
them.
Yeah,
You hire our students.
and then we have hired a few full-time people, so it's great to work for a university with benefits and all the things, but like doing fun stuff,
Yeah, I mean, I do definitely miss the job every now and then,
Yeah.
right? Like where
It'd be nice to have summers off though, right?
Yeah, that is nice.
People think we get summers off,
Oh,
Garrett and
no.
Leia, and
Yeah.
nah, we do not.
It's full time, but
It is.
the I did love the job of like you just got to tell stories, right? And I teach a lot of advertising classes. I could have gone that route, but I like working at a nonprofit. I like working at something that supports things that I care about. Caught myself there.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, I feel like you're adding value in lots of ways, but it's fun to see that sort of pay off, and it's worth the slightly smaller paycheck than working in advertising.
Right.
And I don't have to sell dog food.
Yeah.
I don't have to like come up with some crazy idea to sell a thing I don't care about.
Right.
It's easy to talk about education and to push that as a opportunity and things like that. And it's
couldn't agree
wonderful
more.
when Melissa hires our students and they're like, "She's great. They're great," and then they inevitably leave.
And then we start
you have to
speaking the
hire
same
new ones.
language, like the most current graduate that now
Brooklyn.
works for us. Yeah, Brooklyn.
Yeah, Brooklyn.
She and I are bonding over the monopod base move, all the things, we're speaking the Kyle language. It's kind of funny.
Nice.
But I was going to also say that I had an opportunity to work for a company that does like food manufacturing, like multi-million-dollar company, and offered me more money to work there and got this job offer. And I was like, I just can't get behind like making, onion rings or whatever.
Yeah, I mean,
like
that's
it was
totally
it was
so
like still
appealing.
creative in their design department, but I'm like, I just can't do that. So there's something to be said for like pursuing your passion in an area that's like helping the world be a better place than just doing the thing that you enjoy doing for something that's sucks.
Yeah, and I think something about the University of Idaho in particular is that like what I tell my students all the time is like you get out what you put in here, right? We're a big enough school that there's an opportunity for anybody if you want to try to come learn how to be a video gamer or come learn how to make a film or work in advertising or in journalism or whatever, right? There's lots of opportunities. There's also opportunities for you to like slack and have fun and not show up, and you can still get through.
It's a universal college experience still, right?
Yeah, but I do think that like we are unique in that the student to teacher ratio is pretty low here. So there's lots of opportunity to connect with your faculty members.
Everyone says that.
There's lots of
I mean, it's true. It's so true.
We have a university that's 8 miles away that it's nowhere near as true as it is here, right? And so our costs are down. Like it's a very different
we're killing
experience.
it right now.
Yeah, the University of Idaho is doing a great job.
What is it, like 5 years in a row? I don't know.
Of enrollment
best,
growth.
Yeah. Best value and all that.
Yeah. But
it feels good to be part of something that's winning.
Even when we're not winning, I think it's still nice to be part of the University of Idaho. I think there's lots to celebrate. And again, if students want to do anything, there's someone that they can connect with. They want to work in this industry, they can get a job and get paid for it working for Melissa. We do a lot of stuff. Our students do a lot of stuff with like ESPN Plus broadcasting. So a lot of our film and broadcast majors work on ESPN Plus shows. So they learn hands-on skills while getting paid.
Yeah.
And that's not as common. The bigger the school, it's more of a volunteer expectation. And so
even
here,
like
right?
unpaid internship kind of
situation.
Yeah.
So I think that's, something that's sort of special about UVI that I know everyone says that about their school.
I'm just giving you a hard
time.
But
I do think like we can show it, right? Like if you want to be in leadership positions, there's tons of clubs and opportunities to do that and add that resume and get that experience.
It's true. Well, I'm about to drop a bomb. I went to Boise State.
Yes, you did.
Womp,
You are a Broncos alum.
That's true.
Boise is not a state, so I'm not exactly sure.
I know, but neither is Fresno or any other state-funded university. Shut up.
I get it. No, I'm Cali-born, which I didn't get to fully talk about, but you mentioned that you moved to Moscow to come to school here originally. Where are you both from?
Well, I'm also from California originally, but I was living over on the west side, so near Seattle, Tacoma area.
I see.
When I moved here, I was working at a horse racing track.
Yes.
Emerald Downs.
Emerald Downs. Yeah. So I was a senior editor at that track, and I would cut together all of the races, and we'd feed that to Fox Sports Northwest and to Comcast and to TVG and all these other places. That was a rush, but it also showed me that I didn't want to just stay in live production for the rest of my life.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Did you like horses when you were doing that?
I did not bet on a single race in the 2 years that I worked there.
Do you regret it?
No, it's not that I don't like horses. I just didn't trust myself gambling.
No, I get that.
I would have lost that
That's why
entire
I'm asking,
paycheck.
do you regret it? No, you think you would have lost?
Oh, I would have. I'd still be there trying to like earn back my like owing them.
Do they take it out of your pay?
So they can. You can get direct betting right in there. Yeah.
That's crazy.
No, I don't know. Don't quote me on that. But I do know. Like one of my colleagues is still there. He's running at Wes, and he's given them some of our students internship opportunities. And so it's cool to sort of keep those connections open and engaged.
Cool.
Yeah. Where are you from, Melissa?
Yeah, I grew up in Meridian. And back in my day,
yeah, we old.
The house that I grew up in was like between Meridian and Boise city limits. So I was just like running around out in the wild like a crazy rural kid, bonfires and shit.
Well, it makes sense that you stuck around the Boise area.
Yeah.
You got your BA.
Yeah, it was a
in
BFA.
BFA
Yeah.
in graphic design.
Yeah.
And then ended up going into photography, working with Boise as their photographer for a little while.
Yeah.
Something else I also noticed is that you are a member of this program called the University Photographers Association of America.
Yeah.
UPAA.
UPAA.
Can you tell me
Plug.
a little bit about that, or at least your involvement in it anyway?
I've actually not been as involved in it as I was, but we were regular members, and they have like a monthly image competition so the university photographers all over the country, and there's actually a few international members from like Israel and Australia and stuff. So it's a pretty big organization. Yeah, so they do like monthly competitions and then an annual symposium, and in 2017 we actually hosted it here.
Yeah, you brought all those great photographers out to the
we had
UI campus.
102 members came to Moscow, and we did art walk, and there may or may not have been edibles, but everybody had a great time.
In a dream, allegedly, all the things that.
And by that I mean edible food.
Yes.
Yeah.
Or edible
Brownies
arrangements.
and
Yes.
cookies and just
Edible
the normal
arrangements.
things.
I love that. Yes.
Yeah.
Fruits.
Yeah.
On sticks.
Fruits on sticks. Yeah. What
That's
a
it.
crazy business model.
I know.
It is, but I mean, it's super popular.
Yeah. So anyway, yeah, it's a great organization. They've also been kind of in this weird, like I feel like my career has followed the trajectory of that organization a little bit, where they're also doing more video. And so their
The industry's
multimedia
changing.
awards.
Yeah.
I know there's like multimedia awards and things that they offer. So yeah, that's what's up.
And I guess additional miscellaneous information about
Yeah.
Kyle.
What
is
did you
that-
study off of my LinkedIn page?
Yeah, right. Yeah, I'm like,
Yeah,
this kid's
all right.
done his homework.
What are you going to hit me with now?
Well, I did notice that you were a recipient of a lot of Telly Awards.
Mm-hmm.
Can you tell me what?
He also serves on the telly, like judging.
Yeah, I'm a
Really?
judge for Telly Awards. Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you want to enlighten me on what a Telly is and its significance in? I'm assuming they're like television related awards.
No. Well, I mean
Oh.
they can be, but that's not their only categories. But yeah, they started as a award for broadcast things that didn't have anywhere else to be rewarded. So, but really now it's just another awarding agency that recognizes quality work, whether it's broadcast or TV, 30-second commercials.
Mhm.
But when the web video world sort of took off in the 2010s,
Mhm.
they obviously there's a lot of content that needs to be quality content gets made, but there wasn't really a lot of places to be celebrating that.
Mhm.
And so the Tellys is just a avenue that a prior boss I had submitted some work for, and then yeah, they used to only have bronze and silver, which is kind of weird and
I was
stupid.
This is
yeah, because
his-
I was
Yeah.
like,
This
you won
is
a
his
lot
gripe.
of bronze, and I was like, oh yeah,
Yeah.
third place seems to be like that comfort spot for you. No offense. to you,
Oh,
Brad.
zing!
feisty.
Well, they were all second place. Thank you very much. No. So I will say, as a judge, I can also comment that like we're not competing against other projects.
Right.
We're competing against the standard. So it's like, does the work rise above these sort of base requirements that we consider quality? And so, yeah, it's a way to recognize work, and it's something that we did for all of the people that were making videos back then, as a way to like encourage them to sort of support and say, hey, and we definitely didn't win a lot too. Like
Yeah.
we won quite a few in that time, but not everything we submitted won. And so it's a way to sort of show how you're getting better.
And what are the
And-
entry fees?
What are the entry fees?
There are fees.
Yeah, yeah,
Make
you have to
people
pay.
charge to get
Yeah,
an award.
I mean, I don't know off the
I'm
top of
just
my head.
kidding,
We haven't
but-
submitted in a while, but
It's like $500.
no, it's not.
Yeah, it is.
No way.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
If you want, yeah,
If you want to buy the statue,
yeah.
that's
All
like-
right, fair enough.
Yeah. But
So it's
entry fees
separate
are
money
like
to buy the
$30 up
statue.
to $100 depending
Yeah.
on how late you are. But yeah, it's
Yeah.
it's a mostly volunteer run business that all the judges are volunteer. And yeah, we are just watching. I mean, I get to watch stuff that is like pretty terrible. To be frank
of course,
with you.
there has to be a range.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah.
and then I get to
yeah.
watch stuff that is like clearly award-winning, highbrow. They've spent hundreds of thousands of dollars on these commercials to produce, and so yeah, I mean, but that doesn't just spending money on it doesn't necessarily mean it's good. Still,
Yeah.
Right,
So,
right.
Right.
yeah, it's like, are we?
You're paying for
it's
the
sort of-
opportunity to tell for somebody to tell you
Yeah.
if your stuff is bad or not.
Kind of, yeah. You're asking your peers in the industry, like, hey, is this good? And it's also, you know, like, if you're in advertising, if you're in media, and you're trying to get more business, it's nice to be able to say, hey, look at these like great awards that we've won. I know what I'm doing. You can trust me. It's kind of a 2 or 3-fold benefit to be pursuing those types of things. But
Yeah.
Yep.
That's super sick. I'm glad that you got to tell me about that. Again, the more miscellaneous side of the things that you guys do here. But now, moving back on to professional stuff. Unfortunately, so. Unfortunately, so. We must talk about your job. No, we've already kind of done that. But the thing that I
this is an
mostly wanted to
intervention,
ask-
and both of us are in trouble
Yeah.
somehow. Okay.
Well, you came from Boise,
Yeah.
Melissa.
Mhm.
Kyle, you were from California.
You didn't say where.
I was born and lived in California and San Diego for the first 9 years of my life, and then Navy brat, so we moved around quite a bit. And then up, like I said, near Tacoma.
Mhm.
But yeah, I also lived in a an RV as a ski bum for two years. So I've got
I did
lots of
also
weird
see
things.
that you were a snowboard technician for a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Those are the ski bum years.
Are they like posting notes
Yeah.
for you? I'm just kidding.
He's literally
They have cards in a hidden place,
just
guys.
got like LinkedIn right there,
Yeah.
pulled up. That's probably
Um,
something that should be bumped down, but I'm proud of those 2 years of,
Yeah.
of being a snowboard bum. Yeah,
And it's like you
Checks out.
It's
I mean, look at him.
a different time of your career.
I got a
but
cardigan on.
It's true. So
do
professional.
you still do snow stuff? Do snow sports in your free time?
Yeah. I just got into split boarding, which is the old man version of snowboarding. When we're too old to like risk going fast, we go slow up the hill, and then you just do one run and you're done. And
So it's like snowshoeing, but
kind of, yeah. Your
then you
board
can
breaks
snap it
into
together
two,
and
you
ride it
climb
down.
up the mountain and put it back together and
That's fun.
cruise down. Yeah, but yeah, I've been snowboarding since I was 15 years old, so pretty long time.
Wow.
Yeah,
You were a cool 15-year-old.
I don't know about that. Yeah, I was definitely not a cool 15-year-old.
I definitely skied when I was like 12, and then I did snowboarding from like, I don't know, 16 to 20.
Yeah.
Oh.
And then my husband broke his leg, and
Snowboarding or skiing?
no, on a dirt bike.
Oh yeah,
and
that's right.
but like the brake was right at the top of the boot,
Oh.
and so trying to snowboard with that brake, like even if it was healed, it still just like hurt too bad.
Mhm.
And then I was like, "You're lame, sitting in the lodge while I'm out there by myself." So we haven't
Well, you
gone
got
since.
two daughters
Right,
that
I
are
also
gonna
have two
like get
children
ready
now,
to start
so-
snowboarding.
Yeah,
and
that's true.
they're about ready, right?
I'll get
They're
Gracie out
old
there
enough.
with me. She'll be the fun one.
Well, the origin of the location question mostly comes from the part of the show where I ask about why you guys came to Moscow.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Because obviously you guys weren't originally from here. I mean,
Mhm.
obviously you were from Boise, so you're an Idaho native anyway.
Hmm.
But what encouraged you to come up to Moscow? Kyle, you were mentioning how you weren't expecting to have been here for this long.
Mhm.
What
Not at all,
encouraged
yeah.
you guys to stay? You
Yeah.
guys are both above the 10 years. Kyle,
Old.
you're almost on the 20.
Old ass.
I'm
couple
yeah.
of people
Yeah, it's
here.
It's getting pretty rough.
Yeah.
Yeah, Melissa, what made you come up? Probably the wonderful people you met on your hiring committee.
Oh man, so epic. Yeah, I should tell the story about my hiring committee when
Go for it.
Kyle shared with me during the hiring committee that which also before my interview I was like at the hotel puking because I was so nervous. But once I got there,
Oh.
y'all made me feel so comfortable.
Oh, okay.
But anyways, side note. Kyle told a story about being bit by a bat,
Yes.
and that's why his beard is so frothy.
Oh, it's
Right? It's from the bat.
I'm
Yeah.
kidding.
That's hey, we're releasing hair growth secrets here on the Vandal Pre-Show.
Yeah, it's not
I guess so.
minoxidil, it's rabid saliva.
And you heard, oh, so you can get bit by a bat. Maybe I should move
And
to
that's
Moscow.
why I came. Yes, that's your
why you're
moral
here.
of the
I
story.
don't know if that's
Yeah.
No,
totally
no.
accurate.
I think
but-
Melissa
No.
wanted that beard too.
Yeah. No. I've got a beard at home. It's fine. I don't need another one.
Yeah. What else? So I don't know. Why am I here?
Wait,
came
I
here-
wasn't done.
Okay, go ahead then.
Okay, so
I don't know. You're not talking.
so I applied for this job and got it, and so we packed our shit and moved up here, and like I don't know, doing graphic design and photography and like video. I always expected to end up in a city like Seattle or
Yeah, that makes
Portland
sense.
or something, you know. And
Seems like a big city kind of
yeah.
job, right?
yeah, but my husband is like a real hunter outdoorsman guy. And so it kind of was perfect. Once we got here, I was like, I love this place.
Yeah.
I can do creative city kid stuff, but not like
Yeah.
deal with traffic, right? You can just be
Yeah.
here in like 2
Everything's
minutes.
There's a traffic
close,
minute
yeah.
here, not a
Yeah,
traffic hour
exactly.
here.
It's
right?
so
Like,
true. So like, I don't know, it's like all the best of everything.
Yeah.
Outdoor opportunities, cool people, creative work.
Yeah. I do love that in Moscow still, and probably for you as well, your husband can go hunt without hitting a red light,
Yeah, pretty much.
right?
Yeah.
Like, not very many people can say that.
Yeah.
You know, there's only a few lights in Moscow. And
Yeah.
if we're on the other end and we're just
Yeah.
going, I go camp out east a lot.
Yeah.
Mm.
Or-
and I just don't have to even worry about it.
Yeah. Or another good example is that we recently got dirt bikes again, and I did not have a street legal motorcycle, but with your off-roading license, you can ride up to 5 miles from location to location, and I'm like, I can just ride my dirt bike right out of my driveway
To your office.
because I technically don't, you know what I mean, like out onto Moscow Mountain.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, Moscow Mountain's another reason I've stayed too, right?
Yeah.
There's 70 miles of single track mountain bikes and hiking trails up there.
Yeah.
10 minutes from your house. I mean, as a filmmaker too, I think we're in a really unique location that's
Mhm.
really geographically diverse.
Yeah.
You know, within a 6-hour radius of Moscow, you can pretty much have any visual setting you want.
Yeah.
We're 6 hours from the beach. We're 4 hours from gigantic Rocky Mountains that are jagged as hell and have that intimidation factor. We're an hour away from a desert scene.
Yeah.
We're 30 minutes away from woods. We've got farmland. We've
Yeah.
got, rural, whatever you want. So, yeah, and it's also just easy to go tell stories out here. So that's been kind of cool.
Yeah, when we hosted that symposium, they were all just going bonkers.
At how,
like
you're like, wait, I can,
Palouse,
yeah,
cinematic,
the long shadows.
rolling hills and all that. Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, and I think another reason that probably both of us have stayed is that we've got to do cool things.
Right.
Got to, we were talking and joking about a project that we got to do where they took a door off of a little Cessna airplane and they let us just hang out of it basically and shoot video and photos.
Yeah.
And we just circled around the campus at, magic hour in the morning and magic hour in the evening and get these long, beautiful shadows across the hills. And so, yeah, we get to, when you're in a place like this, there's other sacrifices that you're giving up, right? And good leadership is another reason I think we've stayed. We had a great boss, Cindy, who was wonderful and gave us way too long of a leash oftentimes. But
literally in the plane that one time, remember that?
Yeah.
Did we
I
tell that
almost
story?
fell out of that
we should
plane.
not tell that story.
But I did not. So
He didn't die.
No.
But they
Well,
put him
I mean,
on a
he's here.
6-foot
Yeah.
leash. Like,
Just
if
dangling
he-
out of the
well,
lane.
no, like he was in the plane, but like that was his secondary harness was
that
on a
was the
6-foot
just
rope.
in case.
And I'm like, if his seatbelt fails and he does fall out the hole, then he's just gonna dangle and die on the runway.
Nah, I would have unclipped.
You would have been like
muscled it back
running.
up. Yeah.
It's got that upper body strength.
Anyway,
Okay,
yeah.
we're about to land. I have to run.
We've gotten to do cool things, and
Yeah.
I think when you're in a place like this, you kind of have to acknowledge that, and that maybe we don't have all of the money for the nice new shiny equipment, but here's a weekend to go, or here's a week to work on that project and have fun and try your own thing. And I've
I
been
wish
able
I
to
had a week to do
do-
anything. Times have changed.
All right, John, are you listening? She needs a week.
I've maxed out my vacation time.
Yeah, I mean, even as a teacher, right? We've been able to do a lot of new things with the equipment room, and we've restructured how we get access to our film students, and how much stuff they can take out and how they can learn all these things. We've launched the film club. We've done we have the Kino Film Festival, which is a wonderful thing. It's becoming kind of a regional higher ed festival, and then we've got Fall 48, which is a really wonderful 48-hour film challenge that's open to high schoolers across the country. And so they can try to make a 3-minute short film and win money. And we give them $1,000, $500 if they come in second place. So that was just a wild hair idea that I was like, I've seen these. That looks fun. My
Guys, pick
students
them out now.
always
We're
do their
starting
freaking film assignments in a weekend anyway. And so why don't we just really lean into that? And so there's resources in energy and time when there might not be resources in money at a place like this. So that's been something cool too.
Yeah, good way to put it.
It was very, very beautiful. Well, Kyle and Melissa, thank you so much for joining
Thank
us
you.
here
Thanks,
on the
Kaz.
couch today. I hope it was comfortable.
Yeah.
I hope you guys enjoyed the space. I got to learn a lot about you. I'm glad that we got to do a longer show today.
Yeah. Glad we
Yeah.
got to share the space.
Yeah.
Yeah, this was fun.
As
Yeah.
a thank you, as my boss would like to call it, we would
jersey.
like to offer you
Thank
guys
you.
jerseys.
So
Submit you guys as
exciting.
honorary
Wonderful.
members of the Vandal Esports program.
Sweet.
Cool.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, and we just really appreciate that we got to have you guys here today. But from the Vandal pre-show, that is going to be it. I'm going to be bouncing it over to our casters to get you started on tonight's action. Our League of Legends varsity team is going to be playing Edgewood University. It's sure to be a fun time. So I don't want you guys to miss it, and I don't want you guys to miss us too much. This is Cass Phoenix, Melissa Hartley, and Kyle Howerton from the Vandal pre-show. Wishing you a good night and enjoy the games.
Thanks. Go Vandals.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Go win.